Test, test, test. Let me see how we sound. Let me see how we sounding. Alright, cool. About to send this link out and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me know if the music sounds good. Let me know if the audio sounds good, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I see you up in here. So we got a few subjects we're looking at right now, y'all. We're looking at possible NAS sales. We had some big moves happen last night, as you can see. So again, I keep on telling y'all, do not believe these people. Now they're waking up, right? But again, remember last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, everybody was just saying New York session, New York session, New York session. Now people are waking up realizing New York session's not where it's all at, right? Again, look at this big ass move that happened last night. We had big moves happen last night on gold as well. GU, GJ. So it does not matter what your schedule is, the markers are going to have setups all the time. But we got a few sets we're looking at. We do got news today as well. We went live with the members during yesterday's news event. Won't be going live during today's, but we do have 8:30 news today. And then we have a bunch of holidays tomorrow, as well as we have 8:30 news tomorrow as well. So we're going to see how today plays out. Make sure like the live as you hop up in here, subscribe if you ain't subscribed already. We're about to see what this next 5 and 15 looks like. We're just gonna keep on NAS for right now. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered any trades yet. These are just trade ideas. We have not entered any trades yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal free Telegram. Have not updated it yet because I still got to do the recap of how we did last quarter. But as far as how we did last month, hit that first link in the description. We went 19-3 last month, so we've been pretty consistent this year. We went 19-3 last month, 19-3 February, and then we went 20-3 January. So we've been pretty consistent this year so far. But right now we're looking at possible gold buys, possible NAS100 NQ sales, and then we're looking at possible GJ and GU sales. So we had a lot of retracements take place yesterday as well. So we're really going to be looking to see what today is going to be looking like for a few of these charts. But there's plenty of setups today. What's going on, Yusuf? What about US30? We can pull it up. It's pretty much in the same condition as NAS100. We can look at it and just pull it up. Haven't looked at it in a couple of weeks. Let me pull it up and see what we got going on. Yeah, it's in pretty much the same situation as NAS100. Going to be looking for sales today. Right, unless price breaks past, you're talking about US30, so let me let you know, unless price breaks past 46,640, 46,650 and turn that into a support level, we're going to be looking for sales still. So unless it breaks past 46,640, 46,650 and turns that into support, we're still bearish on US30. Lots of bank holidays in the next few days. That's the thing though. What is the bank holidays, right? Let's look at it. Today is a New Zealand holiday and Australian holiday, right? You know, shout out to New Zealand, shout out to the Aussies and all that good shit. But that ain't got shit to do with America or the European pairs, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously, you know, as far as like Euro, GBP, USD, Canadian, that ain't got shit to do with us. So with the bank holidays, all you got to do is just trade charts that aren't affected by it. Right, bank holidays, there are still setups on bank days, but a lot of times, like 7 times out of 10, the volume is just slower. Just like Friday, we got a few holidays. So like the Canadian, European holidays, GBP holidays, that might affect the USD pairs, but New Zealand, Australia, I don't really care too much about that. Now, if it was a USD holiday, that's different, right? But you just want to take everyday normal, and the more you trade, the more you'll learn how the markets work. Because like I said, price does the same shit over and over again. They're not coming up with new tricks. Only new tricks price recently came up with, quote unquote, was last year when we was hitting all-time highs. That was the only time things were kind of different, but they still follow the same rules. We're just getting new prices and levels getting created. But besides that, price does the same shit all the time. So right now we're just waiting for some retests and some BCRs right now. We do got a few setups, but you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Make sure to like the live, you'll hop up in here, subscribe if you have not already. We're almost at 5,100 subscribers. We can get to that easily. For those that was on the live yesterday, gold ended up flying. It did the move twice. I actually got into this move twice. I caught the setup before news, and I caught the setup after news. So again, y'all, when there's news events, do not fall for the shit people talk about online. I literally was scrolling on TikTok this morning. I saw one dude talk about prices slow this week because of news, and I saw another dude say this week's gonna be easy because of news. Right? So who do you listen to? It's very simple. Just trade before news or trade after news. That's all. It's not that deep. Just trade before news or trade after news. But if you want to understand how news actually works, we go live during the news events. Not every news event, but we went live during yesterday's news, and we go live all the time. So make sure to watch the past recordings. And whether you're in Advanced Play Student Room or Playmaker University, those that missed the live yesterday for the news, I uploaded the recordings in y'all's channels, so make sure to check that out. And of course, you want to become a Playmaker, click those links in the description. We've been absolutely killing it, y'all. Again, it's very simple. When you understand how the markets work, trading is on easy mode. But then all you got to do is just simply wait. That's what people struggle with, the impatience. But that's why I be telling y'all doing these live streams, because these people be fucking y'all up. You're not going to just open up a chart and jump into a trade. You shouldn't want to open up a chart and immediately jump into a trade. You just want to wait for price to come to you and wait for price to show you it's ready to do the move you're looking for. That's all it comes down to. New 15 just popped up. Let's see what we got going on. We're going to be looking for possible gold buys. So we're kind of back in the reversal territory. So we're going to be waiting to see if one or two things happens today. If we can BCR and maintain 4630 as support, we can look for buys. But if we reject, and we BCR below 4484 and hold that as resistance, we're going to be looking for sells. So that's what we're looking at with gold. But as of right now, we're about to see if we can hold this level as support. Looking for sells on NAS as well. So we're either looking for price to BCR 23,730 or BCR 23,630, 23,640. Let's see if GU can hold right here. I'm marking both of these charts. Only thing is, GU did a big ass move already. That's the only thing I don't like, but sells is still valid on this chart regardless. So we're about to see which one BCRs first, GU or GJ. So those that was in the live, you see what I'm talking about with the alerts, right? So yesterday in the live stream, we didn't want to do it, but you can see again. So you don't have to stare at the charts all day. You just got to simply wait for a price to break or hit one of your levels. And then that's when you go into the chart. So let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. Let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. And if it doesn't retest, it's all good. It is all good. Looks like we got a lot of action about to take place. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. Now, GJ didn't do anything too crazy. I'll do retrace some as well. Let's see what we got. Again, if GU takes off without me, that's completely fine. We're looking to see if we can maintain 3215 as resistance. If so, we can look for sells going to the downside. Gold's pushing also. Yeah, so we got a few setups we're gonna be looking at. Let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. My video on trading psychology is spot on. And check out the other ones too. It's called the playbook for a reason, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason. If you wanted to be real deep with it, get your copy of the Trading Psychology Playbook. I need to start talking about this a lot more. I keep saying it, but I am eventually, but y'all know I just be vibing. I really be just focused on trading. But I do got other books as well, right? So if y'all don't got y'all's copy of this book, of course Telegram don't want to pop it up. Of course Telegram don't want to pop it up. But guess what? I'm gonna pull it up regardless, right? Fuck what Telegram talking about. We're about to pull it up regardless. Let me find it really quick. All right, boom. All right, so you need to get your copy of this playbook. It's on the same website as the Price Action Technical Analysis Playbook. But if y'all want to get real deep with the trading psychology and you want my trading plan, get your copy of the Trader's Mindset. All right, I'm gonna drop that in the chat. But you can get the Price Action Technical Analysis Playbook as well as that book in a bundle of 2, or you can get the book separately, or you get all my books for free when you join Playmaker University. But let me drop that in the chat. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today as well on YouTube. Dropped a couple videos for y'all this week. Make sure to check those out after the live is over. All playlists are up to date. All playlists are up to date. Let me find that link. I'm pretty sure that's the right link. But I be telling y'all, I don't just be telling y'all to check out my video. I get other people say shit for other reasons, and I get it. But y'all gonna realize that I'm not like these other motherfuckers. These videos are actually gonna help y'all out. It's not just generic information you hear all the time. We go deep over here. Make sure to join the free crash course if you have not already. Appreciate those that like the live. Let's see what we get this next 15. We're looking at GJ for possible sells, gold for possible buys, GU for sells as well. But like I said, it's already did a big ass dump. I don't really like taking trades after price did big ass moves. That doesn't mean it's not valid for a sell setup, right? Because market structure wise, we still haven't broken the lower low, but that's just one of the things I don't like personally. So we're gonna let GU do his thing and wait for the BCR. We're gonna wait for a BCR here as well. And here as well. So we got a few setups, y'all. We're just waiting for our confirmations. Just simply chilling and patiently waiting. That's all it comes down to. All right, new 15 just popped up. Let's see if we can get a retest here. All right, we got a nice retest. So again, y'all, this is what I mean. We got the retest right here. So now we can see a nice little setup right here. If we can hold this level as resistance. So that's what we're looking for right now. Now we're looking to see if we can maintain this level as resistance. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill, y'all. So same thing with gold. We're going to be looking to see if we can retest this level right here. And look at GU. We're looking for a retest here. So again, y'all just always wait for the retest. 8 times out of 10, price is always going to retest. And if it can not just break, but hold the level as support or resistance, you have a higher likelihood of the move happening, right? Just look right here. All right, look how price did not BCR and rejected, but look how price BCR'd here, did a push. So we're looking for a similar thing to happen right here and right here. So again, with GU, if we can BCR and maintain 32.10 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 31.85. And then GJ, we're looking to see if we can maintain 210.80 as resistance, and so we can look for sales going to the lows. And then we're going to be looking to see a gold can retest 46.30 right here. NAS is retracing, so we're just going to see if it can retest this level here. Let's see what the gold's going to be. Again, depending on what gold does, it did retest on the 5-minute. But depending on what gold does here, we're either going to see price try to start the uptrend today and tomorrow, giving us the bullish momentum next week, or we're going to play ring around the rosy, or the downtrend is going to come back into play. That's what we're really looking to see right now. So let's see if GJ can hold this level. Got a little bit of work to do, but let's see if we can hold this level right here. Gold's pushing. So again, we're going to wait to see for price to show us it's holding as resistance. Same thing with G. We're about to look to see if it's going to hold this level as resistance right here. It's just G did a big ass move already, but this is a good sell setup right here. This is a good sell setup. See how price reacts. We have news at 8:30, so make sure to keep that in mind. Again, if we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m., we're simply going to wait for the 8:30 news to pop off, then see what 9 o'clock, 9:30's got in store for us. If it goes pushing, it did do a retest on the 5-minute, but not on the 15. But it's all good. We're going to let it do its thing. We're going to let it do its thing. And then as far as GJ, this is what's going on with GJ right here, right? So we talked about this in yesterday's live stream. So if y'all did not watch yesterday's live stream, still make sure to check that out. But again, depending on what price does today and tomorrow, we're either going to see the downtrend come into play on GJ, or if we can break back above this point, we're going to see the uptrend attempt to come back into play. This is what's going on with GJ right here. And as far as GU, we broke back down to the the bearish momentum, which is why we're looking for sells on GU. All right, we also went over this with the members during the news live. So members, make sure to watch yesterday's recording. But again, we had the lower high get made yesterday and Tuesday. So now we're going to be seeing the lower low get made today and tomorrow. So yeah, so that's why we're looking for sells on these two right now. So again, look at GJ's holding this level. Let's see if GU can do the same thing. Gold's taking off, but we're still just going to wait for the retest. And if it doesn't retest, that's all good. We'll just wait for your next entry point. If it does not retest, that's all good. We'll just wait for the next entry point. New 5-minute about to pop up. Make sure to be paying attention to how prices react to the levels, how prices moving, y'all. Do not be zoning out. I know the music's chill and relaxing, but pay attention to what price is doing, y'all. Very, very, very important. So we got GU still chilling here. So again, we're waiting to see if we can hold these levels at resistance before we pull the trigger. And then we're looking for a retest here on gold. And then we're just watching NAS. We're just letting NAS retrace do its thing. Right, because like I say all the time to the members and students in Playmaker University, the markets are going to do what the markets are going to do. So quit trying to force or outsmart or beat price to it. Just watch what price is doing and just wait for price to show you what it's ready to do. It's very simple. Use price to your advantage instead of trying to compete with price. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Wade, TikTok, _Playmaker_Wade_. Post every day on both pages. Got some new posts lined up for y'all today. Our new hour just popped up. So we did not close below. So since we did not hold this low as resistance, we're simply not going to take the trade yet. Very simple. Confirmations are met, we don't take the setup. Gold's still pushing, so we're just going to let it do its thing. We're going to be on for a little bit longer. But again, we do have news today. So we had big moves happen last night. We had some retracements happen as well. So we're going to be seeing what happens New York session. Like always, we don't see anything between now and 6. I highly recommend waiting for 8:30 news to play out and then just look for a setup at 9 o'clock, 9:30. GJ could go bullish. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So again, if y'all do not have your copies of the playbooks, y'all need to get y'all's copies. I say it all the time. I pull them out all the time. You see me pull them out on trade breakdowns. You see me literally cook for 2 hours on TikTok. Y'all know it works. Y'all just gotta rip the band-aid off and quit procrastinating, y'all. It's literally month 4 of the year. It's time to lock the fuck in, right? So let's go to the rules of the uptrend. Let's go to the rules of the uptrend, y'all. And it's literally this simple. It's literally this simple. It's literally this simple. Okay. So when we look at GJ, let's retrace prices steps. And members, we went over this during the live yesterday, so y'all missed the New York News live. Make sure to check that out. Right. So this was the uptrend we had. We had a new higher high get made. So let's get rid of all this so we can just go back to square one. Right. So we had a new higher high. We have price making a new higher low. Right. So this is the higher high right here. And this is not how I mark off my key price levels. This is me simply showing y'all the higher high and the higher low. That's why I'm making these levels red. All right. This is not the same shit. This is me just simply showing y'all what needs to happen for the trend to continue and for the trend to change. All right. So, like it says right here. Can you see that? Let me see. Is your words? Okay, it's not blocking anything. Cool. In order for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which gives us a new higher high. Okay. We also have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on. So this is the higher high. This is the higher low. Okay. Very simple. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Right. Higher high, higher low. All right. So for price to continue going up, we need to break this resistance level, turn into support. Okay. This was March 16th. So when we hit the play button, we see price maintain that level as support, but also struggle to break this higher high, right? And then you can see this was Monday, price reversed, right? Because if y'all watched the Sunday chart analysis, if y'all did not, yes, it is Thursday, but that does not matter. Like I tell y'all all the time, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. So after this live is over, make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis, okay, y'all? So that's why Monday and Tuesday we talked about sell setups. That's also why on Tuesday we went for a sell setup, right? We went for a sell setup on Tuesday, and you see what happened Tuesday, right? So looking at today, I talked about this earlier in the live today as well, but looking at what's going on right now, depending on what takes place today and tomorrow, will determine if the downtrend is going to come into play or if the uptrend is going to come back into play. This is what's literally going on right now. So we reversed. So now we're looking to see if we're going to turn the support level into resistance, because like the playbook says, rejections and reversals happen, but a reversal does not always mean the trend is going to change. As long as price does not turn the support level into a resistance and or make a lower low, we are still in the uptrend and still only looking for buys. So if you got your copy of the playbook and you're looking at the bigger time frames, you're absolutely correct. But if you're just saying that based on the smaller time frame, that's not quite true yet, because we still got a little bit of work to do. Now, me personally, as long as we maintain 211.20, 211.25 as resistance, I'm still looking for sales. If we break past that point, I'm not looking for sales. So you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. And for those that don't understand, now you understand why. So GU just broke back down. So again, you saw my alert go off, right? You heard the notifications. You see gold retesting. NAS barely missed my entry point. Barely missed my entry point. And then GJ's still doing this right here. So we're about to see what GU does. So again, if GU can BCR 3210, 3215, and hold that as resistance, we could look for sales going down to 3185. Gold, we're looking for a retest here. We could look for possible buys here on gold. But we got a few setups we're looking at, y'all. Like always, y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Dang, quite retest. And then look how price is reacting to this level. This is exactly why we mark off these levels, and this is why we enter and exit off these levels. Look at price right here. So again, we want to see price hold this level as resistance. That's what we're waiting for. We want to see price hold this level as resistance. Let's put the spec on 15. All right, let's see if we can get a retest on gold right here. GJ still kind of in no man's land. Let's see if we can get a retest on gold right here. Let's see if we can get a retest. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live, y'all, and subscribe if you have not already. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to the new members, y'all. Trading view. By the way, y'all, there's a sale. So my trading view is coincidentally just, it's got to get renewed. And they just says 2 days or 3 days left until this 80% off sale. Now, I don't know if it's yearly or not. But I'm about to find out today because I got to renew my trading view. So we're about to find out today. What trading view talking about? But they always got sales like during the holidays. I mean, I guess Easter is a holiday, so yeah, they always got sales going on during the holidays. So yeah, that's what's going on with GU and GJ. So again, unless our confirmations are met, we're not going to pull the trigger. Very simple. NAS, you see it barely missed my entry, but am I trying to find a sell setup here? Absolutely not. Again, just wait for price to come to you. I know y'all had this happen to y'all in the past where you rush or chase a setup just for it to retrace back to your ideal entry point, and then now you're just looking goofy, you know what I mean? Or you take a loss just for them to retrace and retest your entry point and things like that. So always just wait for your confirmations, y'all. Just always wait for your confirmations. There's absolutely no rush to take setups. We're up for the week. We absolutely dominated last month. There's literally no reason to rush or force setups at all. You know what I mean? Yes, you got to take it day by day, but you still want to think long term as well. You see what I'm saying? So let's see what the charts got going on. And again, we also got news today. So, you know, we still got all of New York session. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. We're about to see if gold, and like I said, look at the retracement, y'all. I keep on telling y'all, just wait for price to come back to you. Just wait for price to come back to you. I just had an alert pop off, so let's see if we can hold this level. We do got a new 5-minute that just popped up. Let's see if we can hold this level right here. Let's see what we got going on here. G still dancing. Alright, let's see if we can hold this level. Let's see if we can hold this level. Gold is doing a retest. That's what we're looking for right now. It's doing a retest right now. So now we're looking to see if it's going to hold this level of support or not. That's what we're looking for. New 15 about to pop up in 3 minutes. So we're about to see if we can hold this level as support. About to see if we can hold this level as support. Yep. You watch any of my trade break. If y'all have not, I just dropped the trade breakdown for y'all the other day. I got a new one dropping for y'all today. But always, you're never going to see a trade breakdown where I don't go off a retest. Always. Because literally waiting for a retest, like when y'all see these videos where these gurus online be like, oh my God, you know, price whipped me out 3 times and then it did the move I was looking for. There's a reason for that, right? If you pay attention to their screenshots, there's a reason for that. 8 times out of 10 is because they're breakout trading and they didn't wait for the retest. 8 times out of 10, when you look at their chart, when they're talking about how it whipped them out 3 times and then did the move, it's not because stop loss hunting, it's not fake outs, it's because you rushed the setup. So look how price retested, now how price is pushing back up. Y'all see this? Simply by waiting for the retest, your win rate will go up by like 10-20%. Literally, like, no bullshit. No bullshit. By waiting for retest, your win rate will go up so much more. So much more. Just look right here, right? Let's say you would have had a buy limit here. You would have took a loss for no reason, right? But you would have waited for the break and retest. Price push it upside. All right, same thing here. If you would have went for a buy here without waiting for the retest, would have took a loss, would have took a loss, would have took a loss. See how price broke, retest, and now it's holding this level of support, then price took off. Right, you'll see this happen a lot of the time. A lot of the time. Right, just like right here. Broke out traded, price rejected because it did not turn this level into resistance. Same thing here, price broke, but didn't turn to resistance. You would have went for a sell here, would have took a loss. Right, if you would have tried to go for buys here without the break and retest, would have took a loss a bunch of times. Right, we see price did this drop here. If you would have tried to go for sales here without the retest, you would have lost a bunch of times. So you always want to wait for the BCR. I'm telling you, your win rate will increase just by doing that. And like y'all see, price is not going anywhere, right? Did gold fly without us? No, it did not. Did GJ and GU take off without us? No, it did not, right? But remember, it did this big ass dump. But where is it at now? Above the level. So even if you would have took this setup, you'd be in drawdown right now. You see what I'm saying? There's absolutely no rush to take setups at all. Absolutely no rush. Let's go back to gold. New 15 just popped up. Look at that rejection too. It rejected a little bit harder than I wanted, but it is holding at support, so we'll see how this plays out right here. And then we got GJ breaking back down. So we're about to see if GJ can hold this low as resistance. GU's pushing back down as well. So we might get some action in a little bit. We might get some action in a little bit. You're just still not holding. Look how it broke and rejected that quick. You see? Same thing with GJ. Look how price is reacting to the level. And then gold did the retest, and now it's pushing. It's still got a little bit of work to do, but again, you can see what I'm talking about, right? Broke, retested. Look how price wicked up and it's pushing up right now. Always. I'm very specific on my words. What I say is absolute. I promise y'all, I'm not hiding anything, right? Everything I tell y'all is literally what I'm looking for. You want to wait for the retest. When you say you did something wrong, what are you talking about? Did you take a trade? Did you just take a trade or something? You say you took a loss. What happened? We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, so let's talk about it. Did you just take a trade? What did you take? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That FOMO's a motherfucker. That's why I also, like I said, I only do these live streams to show y'all the realistic side of trading and to kind of shatter y'all's delusions from the clickbaiters online so y'all can face reality, right? Because you see all these videos, oh, I just be on the charts. I did this in 30 minutes. I did this in 5 minutes. They're not telling you the full thing, right? Just like when they do these trade recaps and they're on the 1 minute time frame, they're not showing you everything they did. So that fucks y'all up because y'all watch these videos with all these clicks and views and you just take what they're saying for face value And then when you go into the markets, you don't see what they're talking about. You're like, damn, it's been 5 minutes. I'm not in a trade yet. It's been 30 minutes. Why am I not in a trade like this dude is, right? Or you see them on a 1 minute time frame, so you hop immediately to the 1 minute, and you're like, I don't know what's going on. It's because they're purposely telling y'all like a quarter of what the fuck they did. You see what I'm saying? These live streams show y'all, like, you watch all the live streams. We don't take setups the same time at all, right? We take setups at different times every single day, but we still show up the same time every single day, right? But this is why I set alerts, right? I'm on the charts like the first 30 minutes of the session. If price is not at one of my levels, I get off the charts. I do whatever. I go work out. I go lay in bed. I go edit videos. I go cook. I do whatever the fuck I want. And then once I get a notification like y'all see on the screen, that's when I hop onto the charts. So that eliminates majority of the FOMO and me rushing and forcing setups because I'm not looking at the charts getting impatient, right? So again, it's natural, especially when I first started, where I'm on the charts for 3-4 hours and I don't see anything, and then of course you're gonna get impatient and just try to fuck it, I'm just gonna take it, right? But if you're not on the charts staring and watching price tease you, you know, a lot of that FOMO goes out the window. But it's also a muscle you have to train. Like I said, like I didn't just pop out the womb knowing this shit and having this discipline and patience. It took me a little while, a little longer than it should have, but we're here now. But you know, it takes a little bit. G's pushing back down. So we could see some action now. Like I said, G didn't fucking just tank like that. I'd like this a lot better. It's still a valid sell setup. I just personally don't like taking trades when price did big ass dumps already. I don't already like that shit, but these are still valid setups right here. But Fernando, let's talk about it. Like I said, let's talk about it. What trades you take? What's your SL? What's your TP? What's your entry? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it before I hop off. Let's talk about it. If you want, I'm not gonna force you, but you know, it's how you learn. Don't just you know, fuck up and then, you know, close your computer. Let's talk about it. It's like GJ's about to try to take off now. Did you go for a buy or sell? Did you go for a buy or sell? Let's talk about it. So GJ just broke back down below this level right here. So I am liking this GJ setup. I just want to see if we can hold. Yeah, I like this. I like this right here. G is pushing as well. Gold's doing that. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. I'm liking this right here. Let's see if we can hold right here. And then Any recommendations on pip calculators? I don't use one personally. So what I like to tell y'all to do is, like, cause I'm old fashioned, I had to figure this shit out the hard way. So what I like to do, what's going on, guys? What's going on? How you feeling? So what I like to do is, I'm about to give y'all some free game, because this is what I be telling the members in the one-on-one session. So I'm about to give y'all some free game right here. So shout out to those that are still watching. This is what I do, a lot size calculator, okay? I mean, a lot size key. I do a lot size key. All right, so what you want to do first is understand how to count points, because you're on the future side, right? If you're on the Forex side, you need to know how to count pips. Future side, you need to understand how to count points. Now, if you don't know how to calculate pips and points, watch this video right here. I'm about to drop in the chat. I'm telling you, explore the playlist. I got a video for damn near everything. All right, so you want to do this right here. Watch this video. So once you understand how to count pips and points, then you need to understand, if you're on the Forex side, lot size, and if you're on the future side, contracts, right? That's what they call contracts, the micros, minis, all that good stuff. So, yes, you'll be able to do this as well. So if you go into the advanced play signal room, right? I'm giving y'all some game right now, so shout out to those in the live. And, you know, I don't mind doing this because, you know, look how many people's in the live stream, right? Look how many subscribers, look how many people's in the live stream, right? So not everybody's gonna watch this. So this is just one of the things that you're gonna get when you're in the live stream. So, you know, you never know what you're gonna get. You never know what people are gonna ask. So these are old trades. Nobody take these setups. We're not in February. These are old trades, right? So this is what you want to do, yeah. So I'm gonna use my trades for an example. So you see here, when you go into the signal room, you'll see that majority of the trades I take, whether that's the Forex or the futures, they're around the same amount of points or pips, right? So your trades are probably going to be the same as well, because once you get a system down, your stop losses shouldn't be drastically different. It should be maybe 10, 20, 15 points off. You see what I'm saying? So what you want to do is you want to look at the trades you take and the trades I take, and you need to do the math of how many points or pips on average your stop loss is, right? So for futures and indices, it's going to be different from Forex, right? So I'm just going to use Forex for an example to keep it simple. So for me, I'm gonna have a lot size key on the Forex side. You're going to have a contract size key, right? And what you want to do is, once you understand how to count pips and how lot sizes work, micros, minis, Forex side 0.01, 0.10 standard lot size, then you need to figure out, based on your stop loss, what is the lot size or contract to put based on what you're trying to risk per trade. So for example, if you're trying to risk 1% per trade, you need to figure out, okay, based on how many points my stop loss is, what is the appropriate contract to put in. So if my stop loss gets hit, I'm only losing 1%, right? Because I see these videos all the time where people say smaller stop loss to risk less, or this fucking dude, which is hilarious. Like, how the fuck? Anyway, these people are hilarious, y'all. But this dude is going to be like, why are we still trading Forex when we make more money on futures? I'm like, but yet you're trading Forex. People are fucking stupid. But anyways, that's what you want to do, right? So a simple way to do that is to go into a demo account and take a trade, have an SLTP be 20 points up, 20 points down, 10 points up, 10 points down, 30 points up, 30 points down, stop loss and TV the same, and just let it run. And then when your TP or stop loss gets hit, then you can do the math. Like, okay, this was how many points my TP was, this is how many points my SL was, calculate the fees, calculate the spread, and like, okay, I put this lot size, I put this contract size. Okay, based on these two numbers, I got this amount, or I lost this amount. And that's going to help you figure out what contract or lot size to put, right? So I have a lot size key for 15 pip SL, a 20 pip SL, a 25 pip SL, and that's pretty much it, right? Because I don't really go past that, right, on the Forex side, right? So then, and y'all see me do this. Now that I'm pointing it out, now you're going to be peeping what I'm talking about, because y'all see me do this all the time. Like, for example, like when you see me doing this, I'm literally doing the math in real time. I'm like, okay, price is right here, my SL's right here. Okay, so based on that, how many pips is my stop loss? Okay, boom. And then I go to my lot size key based on how many pips my stop loss is, and I know what lot size or contract to put. So I'm not figuring it out every single day doing the math, right? So you just got to do the hard part once. And then once you do the hard part, you put in your notes, your lot size or contract size key. And then like y'all see, I do this all the time. Like when I'm about to take a trade, like I just did it with GJ, right? When I'm about to take a trade, I'm like this, okay, entries here, SLs here, okay, that's about this many points. And then that's when I'll get quiet. Well, I'll be muted too, so, but that's why I'll be like quiet sometimes. And that's what I do. That's what I do, right? But also some prop firms calculate it for you as well. So like the prop firm I use on the Forex side, they have a calculation. I'll show you, but that'd be putting my personal stuff on here. But if you use the prop firm I use on the Forex side, if y'all don't use it, I'll drop the link in the chat. But hold on one second. But the prop firm I use also has it in there. So like before I take a setup, I can go to what is called advanced. Let me see if I can show y'all really quick without showing y'all shit. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can show y'all what I'm talking about without showing y'all shit. Hold on. I'm gonna take a photo because I can't just minimize it too much. Actually, I can just go into an old account. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go to an old challenge, one that was already passed. Well, I can't even do that. They blocked it. But anyways, the one I have, like when I go to advanced, I put my stop loss. It'll tell me before I put my stop loss in TP how much I'm gonna make, how much I'm gonna lose, based on my lot size and the price I put. So that's how you want to do it. That's what I do. I don't really use lot size calculators. I don't use copy traders. I'm a little old school, so I can't really recommend one of those, but that's what I do. That's what I do. So I do where the fuck did I put it? I do a contract, a lot size key, and then I do what I just showed. That's literally what I do. That's literally what I do. And like I said, it's going to take you like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But the beautiful thing about it, that once you do it that one time, unless your account grows or you put more money into your live account, it's the same thing. Prop firms is easy. If you're always going for 100K, 50K prop firms, it's the same shit. Right? It's the same shit, especially with futures, because y'all don't really got spread like that. So you don't really got to calculate spread. So futures is a lot simpler to do it than Forex. But Forex, you do the same shit. Forex, you do the same shit. So GJ is retesting this level. GU is also retesting this level. Gold is retesting this level as well. This is what we got going on with gold. And then this is what we got going on with NAS100. So let me catch it to the chat, y'all. Yeah. Nah, I feel you. But like when I put you'll see too though, when I do the futures and Forex signal, I put into account the delay, right? So obviously I don't pay for the delay, right? But let's look at NAS100, right? So we look at NAS100 and then I pull up NQ. Now my levels are going to be off because I haven't updated my levels. I'm going to update them New York session, but let's just look at market structure, right? Let's just look at the market structure. So this is what NQ is looking like right now. This is what NAS100 is looking like, right? So we look at NQ. I can tell by the market structure that one, there's a delay, but when I put the entry price, let's say I enter right here. NQ is not showing that right now because I didn't pay for it, but I know NQ is right here. So if you know that I put the price very similar to the entry price on the Forex side, but if you want to switch to Forex, you still can, right? So if you do switch to Forex, I'll send you the prop firm I use for Forex, because with the prop firm I use for Forex, they literally have it in the system. Now, sometimes it bugs out. I think they do it on purpose because they're like, hey, you know, because again, why would they want people to do this, right? But they do have it. So the platform I use, I can always double check and calculate before I take the setup. But before I use this platform, I had to do it with my live accounts. So just do what I said. That works for Forex and futures, y'all. That works for Forex and futures. But buy, I'm negative. See, like I said, once you sign up for a one-on-one session, Fernando, we're gonna talk about that, because I remember you was telling me about that in my DMs yesterday. So I'll just tell you this, right? You have to it goes right back to what I was just telling Yaz. You got to adjust your contract size based on how big your stop loss is. The internet says smaller stop loss, risk less. The internet says use this contract, this lot size, because you're like, oh, you would do 1 mini, every pip you make this much. Well, guess what? If you put that mini, if it goes down to the opposite direction, you can lose that same amount. So you need to do exactly what I talked about. You need to calculate your contract based on your stop loss. You cannot put the same lot size or contract for every single trade. You cannot target the same amount of points or pips, especially if you don't know what you're doing yet, every single trade, right? You have to adjust it. Every trade I take, my stop loss, my lot size is different. That's how I'm able to switch from gold to NQ, NQ to YM, YM to gold, GU, GJ, GJ to GU, GU to gold, when these are all drastically different prices. The reason I'm able to do that is because I'm always adjusting my lot size based on the trade I'm taking. So even though they're drastically different prices, I'm catching drastically different points and pips. Once I calculate and adjust my lot size, I'm still risking whatever I'm risking every single trade. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things that people don't know how to do. It's also because people don't teach you how to do that shit. Right? Because depending on what your stop loss is, you shouldn't have taken a loss. But also, like I said, I don't know what time frame you're looking at and shit like that. That's what we're gonna have to talk about on the back end of one-on-one sessions, because as you can see, price never even broke my support level. So unless you put too big of a contract size, I'm not quite sure what took place. You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying, what was your entry? What was your SL? Right? Because you said you're negative. What was your entry? What was your SL? Right? Because that's going to help me understand what's taking place and what's going on also. Right? Because y'all should be in profit on this gold setup. You see what I'm saying? Because it never broke past that point right there. And look at GU taking off. GJ pushing as well. So we got action now, y'all. We got action, ladies and gentlemen. We got action now. Shout out to those that took the GU setup. Shout out to those that's in the GJ setup. I'm in this GJ setup. I did not take GU, but they're both pushing, right? And again, it's very simple. You just gotta wait for price to hold the level as resistance. Now this one kind of just aggressively pushed down too, so that's also why I didn't take the setup. But you know, still going as projected nonetheless. Still going as projected nonetheless. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop them in the chat, and I got y'all. I just gave y'all some serious game, though. I'm telling you, I just gave y'all some serious game. I hope y'all was paying attention. Hope y'all rewind, pause, do what y'all need to do. But that's literally what I be telling you, the members and students in one-on-one sessions to do. But yeah, gold's pushing right now. Gold's pushing, GU's pushing, GJ's pushing. We're about to hit TP1 on GJ. Yep, so 3 for 3 NAS is just an email confirmation for the charts that hit our levels with 3 for 3, so that's not bad at all. Like I said, I'm not in this GU setup, but it's going as projected. I'm in this GJ setup with the members, and then gold is slowly doing this thing as well. let this bad boy do his thing right here. Alright, I got a few things to knock out before I have some sessions later on today. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been in the live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been in the live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Make sure to join the free crash course if you have not already. And again, y'all, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like always, you want to learn from me, join Playmaker University. Make sure to catch up to the playlist on YouTube. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. But it's very simple. I keep on telling you, just rip the band-aid off. I know it's gonna hurt a little bit. I don't know if you gotta soak it underwater first, but I promise once y'all rip the band-aid off, shit becomes so much simpler. And Yaz is an example. Right? I ain't gonna put her business out there, but Yaz be killing it. Yaz be killing it. She already got the futures in the chokehold, and now she's talking about she's gonna switch to Forex. Yaz is about to go crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't about to put her business out there, but she be doing her thing. She be doing her thing, and she ain't been a playmaker for too long. I don't know how long she's been watching me, but I know she joined like November, right? Was it November? I want to say you joined like November. And yeah, she already killing it, yo. I'm telling you, it don't take long to get the shit down. It only takes long if you're learning the hard way and figuring things out on your own. But yeah, so again, we got news at 8:30. So if you don't take it set up between now and 6 a.m., highly recommend just waiting for the 8:30 news to pop off and then just looking for 9 o'clock, 9:30 for a setup. We do got New Zealand, Australian holidays today, and we do got a shit ton of holidays tomorrow, news tomorrow as well. We're still gonna be on the charts tomorrow. I'm not sure about London session though, because GBP and Euro got a holiday. So I don't know about London session. When I wake up and I look at the charts, I'll let y'all know if we're going live or not. But I will be on the charts New York session though, to see what's going on in New York session. But London session tomorrow, I don't know yet. We'll see. We will see. But GU's fucking pushing. G just chilling at CP1. And then Gold's kind of chilling as well. And NAS is doing this right here. Again, probably Friday, I'm going to do the recap of how we did quarter 1. But for a quick sneak peek, this is how we ended last month. March 19-3, 86% win rate. We ended February 19-3, 86% win rate. I know it looks like a copy and pasted, but you can see the pips is different, right? So we just, again, when you consistently do the same shit, you're going to see consistent results, right? Because we look at January, 20-3, right? So again, very, very, very consistent. Quarter 4, 87% win rate. So again, y'all, very, very, very consistent. Very, 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 very simple. Just got to stick to the game plan. Stick to the game plan. So when I tell y'all we be averaging 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis, I am not lying to y'all. We really do this shit, and we're still going. We're still going. We really be doing this shit, y'all. We really be doing this shit over here. It's called the playbook for a reason. It's called the playbook for a reason. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Yeah, I got some new posts lined up for y'all today. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way. TikTok, _Playmaker_Way_. Barely missed TP2 by like half a pip and a half. So yeah, let me catch you to the chat before we hop up out of here. What's the GC key level? Let me do that really quick because I got to update my levels. I usually don't update the futures levels to the New York session, but I got you. Let me do that really quick. I'll just save me some time too. Let me do that really quick. So give me 1 second. So we're going to be on for a few more minutes, y'all. So y'all are quick typers. I got some other questions. Drop them in the chat really quick. And I got y'all. But give me 1 second. All right, so slightly different, but same thing, right? So you want to wait for a price to retest 46.36, or we can BCR 47.28, 47.30. The look for buy is going to 48.12, right? If it breaks past that point, I would not look for buys. So if it breaks past 46.38, I would not look for buys, because again, with gold, we are not officially in an uptrend yet until we see what price does today and tomorrow. All right, so that's what's going on with GC. All right, y'all. Peace. We out. Quick update on the charts. GU's pushing still. GJ, we're back at our entry. Gold is retesting this level again, and the NAS is in between zones. Peace. We out.